Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Daymaker. Hey, so glad you're with us today. We're gonna have a great week right here on Daymaker. Last week was a busy week. We are ready to refresh you, to help you in every way we can to make your days better. So today I'm gonna talk about maybe you're feeling tired, solutions for the tired soul. So here's the first thing that I want to tell you: aggressively pursue some solitude. Listen, when you're wore out, when you're weary, when you're tired, you need some alone time. You need to do what refreshes you. It might be a cup of coffee with YouTube worship on in your recliner. It might be some reading. This morning I read about 6 chapters of the book of Isaiah. Had a cup of coffee, rested in. But getting my thoughts right, alone in solitude helps to just put everything in the right slot. Let me put it that way. Listen, life is changing and changing fast, and all around us the winds are blowing. Storms are coming in, just like last night. There were storms all around us. Some people are afraid of lightning. Some people are afraid of rain. Some people are afraid of floods. Some people are afraid of tornadoes. There's just a lot going on. Solitude will help your self awareness. It'll help you put things in the right folder, balance things out, and think some things through. There are always small adjustments to make when you're weary and when you're tired. The second thing you can do is design a change of pace. Most of you are running too fast, you're overcommitted, and you're going to too many places. So design a change of pace. Listen, faith goes out the door when fatigue walks through the door. The minute that you're tired, the loss that you're going to experience is the loss of faith. And so just hear me. Tiredness is an enemy to your soul. Most of us will tell ourselves, well, I'm looking for the weekend, or I'll catch up this weekend, or I'll catch up this week tonight, or, I'm going to day off is next week. Burnout, fatigue, soul weariness is normal. Burnout can feel like, you might say, I'm tired of everything. You might say, you might have constant exhaustion after a good night's rest. Maybe life itself is making you tired. I've been so weary with life that I didn't even want to open the mail because I was just that overwhelmed. Now, again, praying in the Spirit helps. Praying, asking God for strength helps. That always helps. But here's what happens. When you get tired, your soul gets weary. So what does God say to do? We are to run to Him. Come to Him when you are heavy laden, and He will give you rest. Here's a quote for you. When the way you're living and leading isn't working, all the time off in the world won't fix it. When the way you're living, your daily schedule isn't working, all the time in the world won't fix your soul weariness. Maybe you're tired of something else. So what do you need to do? Maybe you're just tired of life. So create a small win. Maybe you're losing. Maybe it seems like you're losing on all fronts. Losing yourself, losing your self-awareness, losing your emotional quotient. Maybe you're experiencing failure in some areas of your hope is running out the door. Maybe nothing is working. Nothing feels right. So what do? Let's create small wins. Let's create something that does feel right. Let's clean the let's just make the patio pristine. Get the pollen off of all the furniture. Sit down again with a nice cup of coffee or your favorite cola or whatever, your hot cocoa, or maybe it's a ginger ale on ice. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's something else, but whatever helps you to refresh and to reframe difficulty and to get some rest. So good. Clean the patio. Maybe you mow the yard. Maybe you trim the hedges that haven't been trimmed in 6 months. I don't know what you do, but create a small win. Maybe you wash the car. Maybe you make the car pristine inside and out. Create a small win. Look at what you've done and say, I did that. I have found that repeatedly small wins make a big difference. Small wins, creating small wins makes a big difference. And then the other thing you can do is always, and I practice this, is you can always embody a grateful spirit. Life's throwing curveballs, things coming at us, traffic's coming at us, people are blowing their horns. We can still learn to be thankful. In circumstances, it's easy for gratitude to turn sour and to fade away. And what happens when gratitude turns out on us, we get discontented in our soul. When that happens, we have no room. An ungrateful soul begins to develop, which empties our soul out because our soul wants more. But possessing a consistent, grateful soul makes us an all-star in the kingdom of God. So here's what you have to do when you're tired, when you're fatigued. when you need a change of pace, when you need to get some rest, you have to practice in the discipline in your soul realm. Your mind, your will, and your emotions have to stay in check. Why? Because they'll run you off the rail. They will rule your life. They will make you say and think things you should not be thinking and saying things you should not be saying. So what do you want to do when you're tired, when you're fatigued, when you're weary in your soul, when you're facing burnout? You want to guard your words and you want to guide your heart by the Spirit. You want to pray in the Spirit so that you can build up your most holy faith. And you want to run to God because ultimately rest is faith. If you want to read something, you read Hebrews chapter 4. The reason that you are burned out or you are not resting or you are tired is because your faith levels are low. Ultimate faith gets down to a rested soul. Get some rest. I'll see you tomorrow right here on Daymaker. God bless.